Let's get it, Alex. Oh, we got the snafu. We got the Metatron. We got the Infinity Tube. We got the Earl Jr. mug rig. You know, I always hate when people title a video and they never get right to it. I could at least show it. You guys could just watch pretty much 1 minute of my video and just wrap it up. And we also got the Geodome. I figure if you have good enough content, you should be able to keep them entertained. So I'm going to be showing you all these rigs periodically over and over again. How you doing, MJB? Alex, we're going to have a good session. I've had people request this. I've do videos for them. These are the Earl Juniors. I'm missing one. The only one I'm missing is the one me and Shido own together, the Fuck Cancer collab. That one's over at Shido's. We don't usually pull that out a whole lot. So, but these are the 5 that are mine, and we'll be kind of going through them from the Metatron to the Infinity Tube to the Cup Rig. We also got the Geodome and the Synergy. So we'll be going through all these rigs here. Hell yeah, guys. I had a fucking good day. I was over at El Torito over by the John Wayne Airport. Beautiful evening, great restaurant, great happy hour. I kind of messed up, I'll be honest. I don't know why I have this issue. Whenever I order a whiskey and Coke, I have more issues with it. You think that'd be a simple order. And you know, it's always like I say well whiskey or I'll say Jack or whatever I say. It's pretty simple, whiskey and Coke. I don't care what it is. And so I ordered the whiskey and Coke, and he sets down this glass, and it's clear liquid. Well, it looks like clear liquid with maybe a splash of soda, Coke, maybe, possibly. And then I'm staring at it. The more I stare at it, I'm thinking, oh, dude, I'm I just read your mushroom trip. I got some mushrooms coming. I can't wait. Anyway, so I see it. I'm like, man, it looks so damn clear. It looks like washed out. I didn't know what was happening. Yeah, it's a cool airport. Yeah, they're pretty close to me. Like I said, I'm close to Newport Beach, so that's my close airport. But great restaurant. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, I'm staring at it, and it just looks watered down. I smell it, and I swear to God, it smells like vodka. And I'm like, is this vodka and Coke and like very little Coke possibly? Because you know, whiskey, especially a well whiskey, should be probably dark, and you know, soda's dark. It should have just been a dark drink. And I just was so shocked. And I tried to drink it and I finished it. And as I finished it, I seen him come up to the table and I'm like, he's gonna tell me vodka and Coke or vodka and soda or something. I think he said it probably vodka and soda, I assumed. And he comes back up to the damn table. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Yeah, I bet you, me too. So he comes back and I'm like, he's gonna say vodka and soda, right? No, no, no. He comes back and he points at my glass and he goes, whiskey and Coke, and I was like, "Oh, it was so bad." And I was like, "Oh, if you thought that was a whiskey and Coke, I just don't wanna get it again because that wasn't a whiskey and Coke." And he was the bartender along with my waiter. So I was like, "No, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good." And I just ended up with a regular margarita, which I posted on the Discord, guys. So I was talking to Colombian. He's got a food set up for it. He's got selfie. He sets up anything if you guys want some extra picture area. He's been letting me know. So we just added the food one. So I started adding that to the Discord. So but yeah, so that was my so far so good. Anyway, great food, still amazing service. The burrito tacos are probably one of my favorites. For happy hour, I think they're like $8 for 3. Can't beat it. Got some extra queso dip, got some street corn. You know, it's a good time. We go there quite a bit, so I do like that place. It was just like it's just bad. I don't know. I've had a whiskey and soda there before, whiskey and Coke, and had no problem. I don't say soda. Trust me, you don't want to say soda. Whiskey and Coke. And here's the reason I know it was a whiskey and Coke, because I said whiskey and Coke and he said, "You mean Pepsi?" And I said, "Fine, whiskey and Pepsi." And he goes, "Whiskey and Pepsi?" And I said, "Whiskey and Pepsi." So I mean, there was no, because sometimes if you order a whiskey, you got to make, sometimes they might possibly throw a soda in there, but no, whiskey and soda. And ironically, soda is something out here in California everybody calls a Coke or Pepsi, and in Ohio, in the Midwest, it's usually pop. So they said pop. When I came out to Cali in Florida, the same thing. It was soda. And then I think Georgia, some places do pop. Most places do soda. But ironically, I only want to say that because I was sitting out here the other day, and this dude walked up, and he did I not grab my damn dabber? I thought I got everything. And he said, he wanted a pop. And I said, a pop. I said, like a Coke. And he goes, yeah. It's something you don't hear very often out in California. All right. Ugh. But since our drinks suck there, guys, we're gonna have a good sesh here. We got 8 people here. How we doing here on Twitch, Kick, YouTube? We're everywhere, guys. That's how we roll. Kick looking good. Twitch looking good. YouTube looking good. Bud Light's looking good. Dodgers looking good. Yeah, shit. They better look good. They stole our, I'm close to the Angels stadium, so I go to the Angels games quite a bit, and they stole our boy. Anyway, I'll show the rigs real quick. So this is the rig I'm going to be hitting for this sesh. It is the Synergy tube. I believe there's only two. I could be wrong. There could be more. I do know there is one other one out there. You don't see this rig very often from the Earl Jr. collection. If anything, one of my favorites. This rig goes down here. It goes to a disc perk at the bottom, and then it goes up through the pillars or columns or however you want to call it. Love this rig. This rig's one of my favorites. Again, it got a nice wide base. So it reminds me of those old, like I always say, those old drinks. You're in the 80s and 90s. They had a sand bottom on them, and they would sit in your car and they didn't tip over. This one, same thing, doesn't tip over very much. And again, all of his glass, very sturdy glass. So it's one of my everyday rigs. From that, I'll move on to the Metatron. This one, I don't know. This one, a lot of my rigs are almost one-offs. I can't imagine he has a whole lot of Metatrons out here. And again, and all my rigs that I do have from, I don't know if you notice, I think every single rig is signed by him. So what that means is he made it. If he has any other glass guys, they don't put his signature on them. So if you ever notice, my rigs have signatures on them. See, Earl Jr. So that just means it was an actual Earl Jr. who actually did it. Sometimes they have apprentices who possibly can do it, but some of mine are like one-offs too. So this one is too. This one is the Metatron. This one again goes in through here, down to the bottom, in through here, into the outer ones, I believe, to this. There's a little perk, and then up through the middle, there's a hollow tesseract, roughly. And yeah, sick rig. Another nice rig. And this one's one of the first Earl Juniors I ever got, again, signed. It's funny, if you look, all my rigs are I get the lighting to hit that right. Anyhow, it's signed right around there. Anyway, but this is one of the earlier rigs I got. This is an Earl Jr. Geodome. This one has the marble in the top. It's also raked, and it's got air traps. All those little dots, those bubbles, are actually done on purpose. So I don't know. Yeah, one of Shido's might not have a signature. I ain't for sure. I mean, not all of mine do either, to be honest with you. All those do. This one doesn't, but this is a one-off. I don't know. Would this one have one? This is a one-off. I just know this is his because see, the only reason you want to put a signature on some of these, especially like the Geodome, is because he made a whole bunch of them. So any of the rigs he makes a lot of, you kind of want to get the signatures usually. But I don't know. He might not have apprentices, so it might not mean anything as far as I know. But this is another one-off of his. This is a cup rig. Comes in here, goes to the bottom, and then it plachinkos up the side and out the top. So again, I don't know. I don't know his studios and shit. I just know some of them do have signatures. This one doesn't either, but this is one of his newer designs. I can't imagine you have an apprentice doing this one. This one's a very tough design. This is his newest design. It is the infinity bottle tube. It is the Klein bottle design. So if you see the Klein here, there's the Klein bottle, and then the infinity tube. So there's my 5 rigs in case you're looking, wondering. That's the 5 Earl Juniors. Yeah, I mean, it always depends. I mean, maybe sometimes he wants to sign them and sometimes he doesn't. I just don't know. But it is cool when you do get the signatures. So, I mean, I get maybe he signs them just in case he has more people. But yeah, these 3 are signed. This one isn't, but this one's a one-off. I know he did this one because I actually had to have a conversation with him on private message about this rig. This rig, this rig, this rig, this rig has more history than anybody can ever imagine. If you've seen the private messages, which I won't ever share, but this rig has a whole lot of story. Uh, and then this one's just cool in general. It's one of his newest design rigs. Yeah, yeah. This one I wanted to get this rig, like I said a while ago. It was like 4,500 and it was a cup rig. And since I did dab Marines, I was like, this rig was built for me. But yeah, so that one was cool. I actually saw these 2 rigs at one point. I think this one was like 3,500, 4,000. This is maybe 5,500, 4,000. These 2 rigs was going crazy high at the time when I first saw them. I never thought I'd ever get them in my hands, let alone be able to hit them. Then this rig right here is the Infinity Tube. And again, another beautiful rig. These are the rigs that right now are going for 3,500 on up to, nine, $10,000 roughly. I think 3,500 is just for the clear tube, to be honest with you. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of exclusives, I would say, because I mean, like he did do a lot of Tesseracts. He did a lot of Geodomes, which is this one. I don't know hardly anybody except for maybe one other person that has the synergy. I don't know anybody who has the Metatron or anybody. These 2, the Metatron and this one, I believe were custom designs. I almost want to put money that these were like one-offs specifically because they were for what was the smoke shop we were buying these from? Fuck. I think he made them just for this one smoke shop. So that's why I think these are just like one-offs. If I would put money on it. If not, I guarantee he might have made them even just for age. Back then in 2000, like what is it, 14, 13, 14, 15. Age was really big. So a lot of times they would make these one-offs just for age to get yourself well known at age. But there you go, guys. So I'm gonna be hitting these rigs won't be hit anymore. I already clean all these rigs are clean. Like I said, I usually after I use a rig, I clean it up, put it away for a little bit. But I will be hitting the Synergy rig here for this video. Getting a good video on. I hope everybody enjoys this. This is a very expensive table. I actually probably almost want to move the table away. I mean, because you got to figure. I don't even know how much this table is. Probably closer to 25 to 50, $30,000, roughly, maybe. I don't know. It'd be a lot. It'd be enough to buy a car, that's for sure. We'll just say on the low end. I don't even know. Like a couple thousand, two, three, four. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 20,000, 25,000, somewhere around there. Yeah, yeah, it's close to that. I don't know. I'd say 20,000 on the low end. All right, get your nails hot, load your bowls, joint robots, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. Here we go. It's a lot of money to have on a $5 TV stand. All right, get your nails hot, load your bowls, joint robots, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. We're dabbing the Synergy tube. This one again is an assigned Earl Jr. Tube. Yeah, makes you nervous. Makes me nervous. I just scoot over just a little. All right, guys, here we go. Cheers, man. Crack the cores. Yeah, buddy. Well, I missed you, buddy. You're my online producer. I was actually talking about you every now and then. I'm missing a question. But we got other guys that sometimes will fill in for you. So we got some good fans on this show. And if they don't fill in, I'll jump over and Chat GBT will jump in. But you're always there for me, buddy. I'm ready for it. Do I sound okay? Everything sounding good? Every now and then, my headphones, I feel like testing, testing, testicles. I feel like it might be too loud. Testing. All right. Yeah, the whole point of having these monitors, I hear myself. So sometimes when you hear yourself, you're like, man, do I sound right? Yeah, I'm glad you could too, buddy. I was literally, honestly, off camera just thinking about it. I was like, man, I haven't seen Will in a while. Hope he's doing good. We all get older and we all get busy. So it's like I never expect all my fans to be here 24/7. But I am glad when you guys are here. Load your bullshit, John Troy Bunch, turn on your vaporizers, pour shots. Here we go, guys. That song's slow. There we go. Thank you, buddy. Oh, that's all good, buddy. I'll get you some more evening streams. Ooh, that's a good one. So out of all these rigs, guys, for anybody who's watching, and if you're watching even after the live stream, I'm just always kind of curious. Which one's your favorite? Is it like the geodomed, all white with the pearl raked out? Do you like the one off, the Metatron? This is a one off. Pretty crazy looking tube. It's got the Tesseract in the middle with the outer arms going all around it. You also got his newest design, the Infinity Tube, which is probably one of the craziest tubes in the business, considering if you look up the hardest design in glass, it's called the Klein. So he takes the hardest design to make. They literally, if it teaches you how to be a glass blower, they make a Klein. And he takes that, he not only does that, he makes it into a rig. I mean, and he uses heady glass. What a fucking amazing design. This should be glass rig of the year for sure. Or we also got one of my other favorites, the Synergy, the one that sits anywhere, good for anything. And I like hitting this one all the time. It's also got the pillars, great little disc perk in it. And then one of my favorites, one I wanted from the get-go, was the cup rig. I mean, the pachinko perk. I mean, heady glass, knock a person out. This rig won't even go anywhere. Beautiful rig. It's got a lot of what do you say? It's got a lot of receipts to it. Let's put it to you that way. Any of you guys pick one? What rig would you have if you guys pick one of the 5 rigs right there? Anybody? What rig would you pick out of all 5? Now, man, let's pretend they're all the same price. We can't say one's higher than the other, because I mean, some of them might be worth more than the other, but that doesn't mean that they're better rigs. It just means people will pay more for them. Hey, we're looking good. Got 11 people here. Surprise little evening sesh. How's everybody doing? They're all unique in their own way, but I'd have to say the most Infinity or the Cup. Yeah, they're all good. You're right. I do like that about these rigs. They're all Earl Juniors and they're all unique in their own way, and they're scientific and they're heady. I always like that about him because, like, sometimes they could just get just scientific, but he also brings a little headiness to the game for them all, and I really like that. All right, another dab marine. Who's ready for it? But yeah, beautiful rigs. That's probably why he's one of the top glass artists out there. Like his rigs are just going up, up, up. A lot of these other rigs are going down, down, down. What was it? Saigon glass. Ironically, we were talking about that stupid rig that fetched 200, 250, or whatever the fuck the number is. You know, it always changes every time we talk about that fucking rig. Anyway, I saw it recently. They were trying to sell it for 50 grand. And I couldn't even comment on it. I had to stay the fuck out of that comment section. I know they would have fucking blocked me. 50 grand. I'm telling you, that rig went for at least 200, maybe 250, supposedly at that stupid auction. Then they took it down that it wasn't an auction after it sold. I remember, like, I don't remember a whole lot, guys, but that was a big argument I got in a private message, and I remember that argument. Shit, you guys, whoever watches my videos religiously, and I know a couple of you guys did because I forget I was talking to somebody on here, and they remember me talking about this. This was a thing I literally did videos about. That's why, like, I know for shit, I for sure I was true. Yeah, it was so insane. They basically said it was an auction. So they ended up running up the bid to like 200, 250, whatever the fuck. I think maybe 200. I think it was 250, but they say 200 sometimes. But and then after it was over, I said, "What the auction?" I said, "I find it's an auction." Or no, it was not an auction. It was a uh charity. It was for charity or something like that. And I said, "Well, what charity was it for?" And then after it was all said and done, they wouldn't say the charity. So whatever. They ended up changing. They literally, back then you could edit your titles. They ended up editing, changing the title and this, that, and the other. And then, I mean, just to prove to prove for a fact that it was fucking like a charity bid kind of thing, it's only going for $50,000 now. It just shows you it was overbid, and it was overbid because people do that for charity shit. They don't do that for fucking nobody in a charity auction buys something for the price it's worth. They always overpay. Anyway, I should drop. I'm gonna drop it. That was years ago. I don't really give a shit. But it was just hilarious that I saw it pop up recently for like 50 grand. I was like, "Bruh." The other thing, the guy who bought it was like their best friend or something. He had a whole collection of them. I was followed him on IG at the time, and he blocked me. Ain't it always fun how people just block you instead of dealing with it or fessing up? Just block you. Anyway. You know me, guys. I'm so public out here, and I'm live, and I'm kind of like Ethan from Ethan Klein. I watch Ethan Klein. When you're just live 24/7 all the time, it's like fucking, I'm really legit. Just I'm gonna fucking, all these other people can be fake because they're like behind a camera. They only post here and there. They do this, that, and the other. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, yeah. Get your nail hot, load your bolts, for jump turbulence, turn and vaporize, pour shot. How you doing, David? Late night sesh, surprise sesh. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Beautiful day out here in Southern California. Yeah, well, that's why I don't mind going streaming. I'm a pretty good streamer because I am who I am, and you guys recognize it. People can recognize people on streams, but I've been doing videos forever, and so many videos where I do multiple videos a day. It was almost like streaming. But most people can't stream just because they're not legit at all, and so like some of those people are just fake, and it is what it is. That's why it's cool about the stream, especially with what I got going. Anybody who wants to call me out for anything, please call me out because I can send them a link right now. I can send anybody a link, and with a cell phone, all you got to do is click the fucking link, and you could go live with me, and you can discuss it. And nobody's gonna do it, dude. See, that's the thing. Nobody's gonna do it. That's how it's gonna be. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna be that lone old school stoner. It's just gonna be calling people's bluffs, and nobody's gonna say shit because they're all know they're full. I'm true. It's true. Going in on the 710 Labs right. Hell yeah, 710 Labs is always good. Overpriced, but good. Not everything was good from 710 Labs. I might add a couple that wasn't, but even usually if I don't like something from 710 Labs, I just don't like the strain. It doesn't mean I don't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't done right. Yeah, and I try to explain that to people in these videos. Like, just because you don't like something doesn't mean like it was made wrong. Like a lot of this stuff I'm talking about is just actually made wrong. Some of it, it's either made wrong or you don't like the strain. Two different things, guys. Load your bolt, turn on your vaporizer, pour shots. Here we go. Some of the strains I just don't like. I think I need to add more water to this. Hold on. Yeah, all my caps are spinners. Um, all these cheap nails I get come with these spinner caps. So every one of these nails usually comes with a spinner cap, and it's got the grooves that are curved slightly. And then they come with like a couple pearls, and they're like $10 for everything. So you get a spinner cap, a nail, and 2 pearls for $10. Whew, man. I had to add some water. That wasn't hitting right. Oh, that's so much better. That was all fucking fail. First 2 rips fails. Ugh. Yeah, I know. Well, understand, a lot of these guys, you buy $100. I understand what you guys do. If I didn't do YouTube videos and dab marines in the videos, I would buy $200 nail because I could sit there by myself off camera and dab and Q-tip, and I got Q-tips here actually. But these videos, lots of dabs, lots of things getting faded. I ruin very expensive nails. So what I learned is I just buy the cheap nails. I'll chaz them. I'll just go buy a new one. I'll probably buy a new one probably this week. But that's the way I do it for the videos. And anybody who says differently, I want the people who say differently. Anybody who has these $200 nails, come on my live with me, okay? I want you to come on my live. I'll send you a link, okay? And then every time I dab, I want you to keep up with me. Even Shido doesn't keep up with me because, you just don't do it for those types of nails. It's a totally different way to dab. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, like Shido does his, but I mean, some of those nails, even if I get some of those nails and I could take bigger dabs and get higher. Would that be a better video? Like, I mean, so I put more on and I get real high off a couple of it just wouldn't make a video. It's better for me to, this nail chazzed out. It cools down quick. I can't take very big dabs out of it. So because of those reasons, I can I do a lot of small dabs with you guys. But I'm glad you guys are here, guys. You never know when I'm here. You know why? Because you either got to follow my Discord or you guys got to hit that notification button. Because if you don't do either one of those, guys, you're missing out. So check out the Discord, guys. There is boom. Discord on Twitch, Discord on Kick. Shout out to Colombian. He's always helping me with the Discord. And also hit the notification, guys. So hit the like button too. I gotta keep asking. Actually, I gotta be one of these like button beggars. Should I do something like if I do another Deb Marine? See, I always think guys who do that stuff's a little corny. Like I hate begging for it. Like I'm gonna just do this, and you just are gonna like it, and you're gonna hit the like button. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Uh, I'm gonna do the videos, and you're gonna hit the like button. Get my Italian. Don't make me bring my Italian out. I'm 27.9% Italian. That means I'm like a quarter percent soprano. Just kidding. My mom did say my dad ran with the mob selling guns. So I guess my dad sold guns to the mob. So yay. All right, let me go to the bathroom real quick. All right. Doing good. Doing live YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, guys. Hope everybody's having a good night. Wednesday night, April 2nd. Did you guys have a good April 1st? All right. We're dabbing the lemon cherry gelato. Did you guys see earlier, guys? We were playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, me and Mark. So we got the Call of Duty, new update on Call of Duty if anybody's want to do that. We also got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got the 2K25 Astrobot Rivals. You guys want to play any of this stuff? Always let me know. Is anybody on? All right. Yeah, I know. There's a brand new COD update. I guess there's a war zone. I didn't get a chance to do it yet, but I guess there's a new war zone. Oh, well, no, my bad. It's in 11 hours. But there is a new update coming. But there's also a new update for this one, too. I don't know. There's just going to be probably an update, probably in 11 hours. I'd probably wait, honestly, 11 hours to do the update because it's probably going to be another update then. Because I just did one and it was like a 20 gig update. And thank God I had fast internet. It took me like 3 minutes, but there's going to be another update in 11 hours. Probably just get the whole thing. Yeah, if you watch my earlier video, I had to fucking already an update I had to hit. It was like 20 gigs. Test. Damn, can't get fucking with my volume too much. Yeah, it was a 20 gig update. Everybody got to see how fast my internet though was. It was like 3 minutes. Everybody's like, that should have took a lot longer. I was like, yeah, I got a pretty quick internet. It's rocking and rolling. But there's, like I said, I guarantee there's gonna be another one in fucking 11 hours. All right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't do it. Get the 21 in 11 hours. You're gonna get another fucking a Warzone update's probably gonna be another 20 gig or something. They need you to always have extra fucking. They kill your fucking memory. My PlayStation, I have to always delete games every now and then because fucking our memory maxes out so much anymore. Ridiculous. Yeah, that's fast. Well, I think my up and download, what is it? I think I had it. I think it's around 900 up, 900 down, somewhere in there. No, it's a little slow. Other people might be on it, but it's usually around 8 to 900 up and 8 to 900 down. Yeah, exactly. I didn't. Maybe I need to look into that. Instead, I'm the guy who just deletes it because I'm used to it on a cell phone. I have so much video and shit from doing YouTube. I just have to delete shit. I'm just so used to deleting it. Yeah, I use Google Fiber, so it's usually like if nobody's on, it's usually around 900. I guess a lot of people might be running it, but still not too bad. All right, let's get this dab on. Damn. See, Will, I'm the opposite. So I buy the cheapest PlayStation. Here, I have the I have the funniest system ever because I bought my PS5 before I did my other system. So check this out. So I've got a PS5 with the cheapest amount of memory you can buy, very little amount of memory. Then I decided I want to be a streamer. So now I got a M4 Pro with a terabyte, the 48 gig, everything, got the top Mac, got everything else top Mac. And now I got this slow ass PS4. But I guess I could just add some more memory to it. That's the only thing I got to do. My PS4, or my PS5, I'm sorry. My PS5, I just need to add more memory to it. It just doesn't have a lot of memory. Well, since I play a lot of you guys on YouTube, it'd be nice to just have the video games downloaded. That way I don't have to keep re-downloading them. But my internet is pretty quick, so I can download them pretty quick. So that is the other thing. Yeah, it is a day and night setup. Yeah. I got this crazy streamer setup and I've got the very cheapest PS5 hooked up to it. it's got this. I could have like 3 games on it at a time. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does make sense. It does make sense. I literally, like you said, I like literally, it took me like 20 gig. I could probably, if somebody says, hey, because it happened to me one day before. Somebody said, let's play Rocket League, and I didn't have the game. It literally took me like 30 seconds to download it or something. It was pretty quick. All right, load your bowls, don't turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. Here we go. I got more water in it, so this should milk up better. Those first 2, I didn't think I had enough water in it. Beautiful rig, though. Cup rig, Earl Jr. Synergy rig, Earl Jr. Geodome, Earl Jr. Metatron, Earl Jr. Infinity Tube, Earl Jr. So now, every now and then, when I get somebody who says, "Can you show the whole collection?" I can say, "Well, there's this one video." I know I've did this in like 15 fucking videos, but they always are like in the middle of a video. I'll be in the middle of a video and they'll be like, "Can you just pull out all the rigs right now?" And I'm like, "No. Can you just go back and find the video that has all my rigs?" Or actually, I tell people I usually rotate these rigs every like 2 or 3 days. So probably within like a month or a few weeks, you'll probably see these all rigs. So just gotta keep watching the videos, right? Yeah, it's a pretty good lineup for that. Like I said, I got a few other rigs. I got the Snafu rig. I got the T Schmitty rig. I've got the Clear Recycler, the Lambo glass. I've got Leisure glass, the Puffco, and then the Dabex. But these are the other rigs too. I also got a couple dry pipes and this, that, and the other smaller pipes. I got my Gonzo pipe somewhere too. Or did I break my Gonzo? You know what? I might have broke my Gonzo. I haven't seen that rig. That it's just a little small pipe. Damn. Oh well. Live and let live. Like Ben Wilson said. Ben Wilson said, glass is not a material that is meant to last forever. So every time you break a rig or break something made out of glass, always remember a glass artist said that because he goes, what happened to him several times is that he would sit here and spend hours and hundreds of hours on a piece. And either he'll break it or it'll break in the kiln. So you put it in the kiln and you come back and it's broke. So you just never know sometimes. So you can't always like live or die by glass. He said it isn't a material that's meant to last forever. Hell yeah. Perry, knife and tactical. Remember we talked before? Did you ever see my knives, Perry? Do you really work at a place? Did I ever show you my knives, my butterfly knives? Did you ever see my videos? So I have my butterfly knife and my paratrooper knife, and I've got my switchblade. My switchblade was cool because I bought my switchblade in like 1994, 95 from Italy, and I ordered it online, and it was COD. So back then you could pay COD. And so I ordered it COD, and they shipped it from Italy, and I got this switchblade, and it was I don't know, 6, 8 inch switchblade. It was a pretty big switchblade, and it came wooden handle, the bronze. I got it back there, and then the blade says Italy, which is really cool. But yeah, you did? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you got to see that one. So then that's probably why you're here. But yeah, that switchblade was cool because back then you could order it from Italy and it was COD. And I never forget I got a letter in the mail the first time said got picked up by customs and they mailed me. I forget how we did it. Like this is way before the internet. And they said, we'll resend it. And because I guess it just got shipped back to them. They resent it and I eventually got it. So I eventually got that. That was still my pride and joy knife, that Italian switchblade. Because a lot of people have these cheap switchblades. That's an actual Italian switchblade. But yeah, the butterfly knife, the paratrooper knife's always cool. Here's a blade. Here's one I didn't show in the video. How about this? Just for you, Perry. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Ugh. I love knives. I do love knives. And I showed everybody these. A lot of people love these. I used to skydive and stuff, so this is one of my favorite. This is a paratrooper knife. It's meant not to open. So if you fall down out of a skydiving, incident, you're gonna have no issue. But once you open it, you get your nice little like Rambo style knife. It's a beautiful knife, and like I said, very stable. And I just liked it for what it was. Whether or not a lot of paratroopers actually used it, I don't know, but I like the idea. And then this is an old school butterfly knife. This one's I believe this one's from Florida. I had another one with a black handle. I used to get these at flea markets back in the early 90s and shit. And so like they were cool knives, but yeah, I always liked the butterfly knives. I learned to flip them a while ago. But then obviously this is the one I was telling you earlier, Perry, and I showed people. It's really rusty. I got to probably oil and everything in. So anyway, this one, here's the Italy mark if I could clean it. This one again is old, like probably 94, I'd assume. But this is the one I didn't show you. This is really cheap. It's very cheap. This is one of my favorites. So I always wanted one of these. This is just like a wooden staff, but oh. Then you got your double swords. So one blade's longer than the other, so it's easier to switch. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. But yeah, this switchblade though, oh man, it's still So the Switchblade has a locking mechanism, and you couldn't get these in America back then, so that's still one of my favorites. Very old, very just ruined at this point, but a big fucking knife. I've got a big hand, I can palm a basketball. Big fucking knife. Alright, guys, let's do a dab. Dab to that. Yeah, the dual one, yeah, well, yeah. Trust me, I keep this by the bed. So I keep a lot of my knives by the bed, but I mean, if push comes to shove, these are very sharp, and I made sure to sharpen them extra sharp. These aren't see, I used to have my grandfather was a heavy knife sharpener, and, he was a World War II guy, so he told me to do the different stones all the way down to the leather and the oils and everything, and he would just be, like, every morning just sharpening, and he had his little pocket knife, and he would sharpen it so much, it would become like a toothpick. Yeah, the Switchblade's a legit Switchblade. It's from Italy, like I said, 1994, I think I got it. Anyway, so that's what is that, 30 years old or so? So my grandfather, sharpens his knife so much they would end up going to like a toothpick, and so he got me really good at sharpening them. I mean, every single one of these blades here, like I don't want to show. I could probably shave my hair. I keep all my blades super duper sharp, and so I ended up doing the same thing to this one because this big double blade didn't come in very sharp, but I took my time and sharpened it, so it's a very sharp knife also. Hell yeah, Paul. Was you the one who asked for was it Paul? One of the new fans. Yeah, 3031s. Yeah. I might have got it in 95. I don't think it was 95. It was probably it was in between 94 and 95 because 95 I started high school. I know I had this blade before I started high school, I think. So anyway, this one's even older though. This one's like, but it's a butterfly knife. It ain't worth as much. But I got this one in Florida probably in 1990. I had a couple of them. I had a black one and then this one. Anyway, back to the things. But yeah, these are all the Earl Juniors. This is an Earl Jr. Geodome for anybody who missed out. Damn it. See, I need my guys over on Twitch. Damn it. Anyway, I can't get rid of them. Well, we'll just go to kick. Hey, Will, I see you over here on kick. Twitch, we're having an issue on Twitch. Anyway, so we got the Geodome out over here. It's hard dealing with all these platforms because we got these bots and shit that are fucking dropping their damn websites. Anyway, it was you. Okay. Okay. So I was right, Paul. All right. So this is the first one. This is the first rig I ever got from him. This is an Earl Jr. Geodome. This one here, let me show Paul since this was him. Okay. I thought it was him. All right. So this is Earl Jr. Geodome. This one also is a signed rig. It says Earl Jr. Sandblasted right there. This one is a all white one. It has the marble at the top, also raked, and it has the air pockets in it. All those little air pockets. One of my first rigs I ever got from him. One of the other rigs I got that I'm hitting right now is the Synergy rig, another one that is signed. This Synergy rig goes down to a disc perk up through the walls. Beautiful rig, also really flat, stable, great everyday rig. One of the rigs I saw before, and I always wanted because I had a Tesseract that was just the original. A Tesseract's just the cube. I had that rig before the Geodome, and I sold it. It was a clear one, and this one's even crazier. This one right here is a Metatron, and again signed. Are they hard to clean? Well, no, I mean, all these rigs, I only use them a few days. If you don't, the longer you use a rig, it's harder to clean. All my rigs, I only use a couple days. Also, I'm dabbing. Dabs are easier to clean. Hot water, little alcohol, hot water, salt. It cleans up easy. You can just buy a 45. What is a 45? Anyway, this one is a Metatron. Again, it's like the Tesseract meets something crazy. Goes in here to the bottom to a disc perk up through the hollowed Tesseract. I like this rig. I never seen one like it. This one is a 101, pretty sure. This Synergy one I showed you earlier, I think it's a 102. I think there's only one other of the Synergies. But if anybody else has one out of these rigs, call my bluff. This one definitely is a one of one because this one is a cup rig. Yeah, they are. So this is a cup rig. I don't have water in it, but this one goes in here down to a Pachinko perk. Okay, comes up through the top. This one's a very, very hard one. I would dare say this one might be harder than all of them because this is a one of one. I don't know. I don't know. This is harder than you think to make, but you just never know. This one does. You can put water in here. It doesn't go through. Pretty crazy rig. And I think I showed this one. I didn't show this one yet. So this is the infinity tube. The cup's the most heady for sure. This is the infinity tube. This one is built off of the Klein bottle design, which is the hardest design to make in glass. So if you ever look up hardest design to make in glass, Klein bottle, they'll show this design. So he took that design, he turned it into a rig and made it into a recycler, and he called it the infinity tube. And that's why they sell for 3,500 up to like $10,000 or so, maybe even more, depending on the collabs, and the colors. 3,500 is on a clear one. So this one's, worth some money. Yeah, uh, this one's got almost the most amount of glass. I tell you, this one's got a lot of glass too, believe it or not. This little Synergy's got quite a bit of glass. He just puts a lot of glass in all of his work. All these, I guarantee, that's and the other reason I like it is I guarantee I have hard to break his rigs. Because not look at this, check out see how he does this little thing? You're like, "What is that?" That keeps it so much more steady. Trust me, there's so much glass here, he doesn't have to do it. He does that because it makes it a fucking rig you ain't gonna break. He does it in all works. Look at this shit. You see this? Boom. Extra, extra. It looks silly, but he does this shit. I mean, and then you got shit like this. Look at this pinch here. Let me see. You see how close that is? Yeah, the Synergy's still one of my favorite. Uh, I mean, here we go again. Look at the extra. You see how extra he does? Most people just do this and like, it'll survive. That's ugly. But you know why he does it? Because it's going to make it like last longer. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind it. I'd rather have that than the shit breaking all the time. This one's probably the most delicate, to be honest with you. This one doesn't have a lot. How you doing, Dabzilla? All right, just showing off the Earl Jr. collection. Again, look at that. Look at that. See how extra that is? That makes it just so much more sturdy. And again, there's so much glass in here. Load your bowl, Troy Jones, Troy Buns, turn on your vaporizers, pour beers, pour shots, get your dabs ready. Yeah, long time no see, buddy. How you been? I'm glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, lots of money on the desk. I'd say so. I was just showing everybody the Earl Jr. collection with the Metatron, Geodome. We got the Infinity Tube, the Cup Rig, the Synergy Rig. How you been, buddy? We gotta have a sesh, dude. Anytime you want to do a sesh or you want to do a live, let me know. I'll fire you a link, Dab. Dabzilla. I think if I just say Dab, that doesn't sound right. Thank you, buddy. This is just the Earl Jr. collection. I think I'm one of the few guys left that actually dabs hard and actually has a hard collection. Dude, these guys just all faded. 14 years ago, it was a lot better, lot bigger arena. Not even 14, 10 years ago. Hell yeah. I got a Dab X and a Puffco, but hell yeah, those rigs rock, buddy. Oh yeah, you guys all keep an eye on it. You're like, hold on. You guys, Paul and Will's over there, like, God, if I could only be like a little closer. I thought about moving them off the table, but I thought that'd be just no fun. That'd be no fun. It's got a good angle here. If you gotta keep the camera on it. There we go. You guys can stare at them a little better. Yeah, the Dab X is pretty good. I mean, it's better than the Puffco, but I haven't had the new Puffco. My Puffco is like a Gen 1 Puffco. So whenever I bitch about a Puffco, people's like, "We don't have the Gen 78 XP2 Puffco." And I'm like, "Yes, I don't." All right, look, turn on your vaporizer pour your shots. Woo, holy shit. Uh-oh. Gonna have the wind blow the damn table over. It's getting kind of fucking windy out here. Stressing me out now. All right, here we go. Just felt a hurricane come through. Exactly. See, and this video ain't gonna get no likes. I need to retitle it. 100,000. I just gotta exaggerate. It'd be $1 million of glass on the table. Yeah, buddy. Dab Marine time, Dabzilla. Miss you, buddy. We got to do a sesh for sure. Live, in person, online, you name it. I like having a good mic. Shing, shing. I need better sound effects. Oh boy. Don't want to go ping, 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 ping. How you doing, Paul and Will? No, just kidding. Can we get a heart rate monitor on everybody? No, just kidding. Just fucking with you. How's Twitch doing? Is Twitch acting normal yet again? Twitch. Not right. Hey, go do it. Go do it. All right, guys. So a beautiful session. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're gonna do a couple more dabs with you before we go, but beautiful rig sesh. This rig probably should. I don't even know how to organize it. I was trying to be like, I don't know. Oh yeah, Paul. We'll do it, bud. We'll do it, buddy. Probably tomorrow. Like I said, I'll get on more tomorrow. I didn't expect to get on tonight. We just had a good little dinner and shit, and wanted to get on here and show somebody. I know we always get asked the question for the rigs, so kind of wanted to show more people about the rigs and shit, and have a little Earl Jr. sesh just in case it's been a minute. You're having too much of a good time over there, Tim. All right, get your nails ready. Load your bowls, roll joint, turbines, turn on your vaporizers. We got the what is this one again? Lemon cherry gelato by Wavy. We also got the Earl Jr. Synergy rig, one of my favorites. This is the rig, best everyday rig ever. He should bring this back. Honestly, I should message him. You know, Earl Jr. is a good friend of mine. I bought so many rigs from him, so he always does return my messages. So I literally should put this out here. But dude, if I have him start making these rigs again, they ain't gonna be as fucking rare. He might watch these videos though. He does watch a lot of my videos. Oh no. Uh, yeah, shout out to Earl Jr. Just fucking A. The green Sherlock, I ended up giving that to Secco. And I told him it was my last one. And he said he's taking great care of it and it's at his studio. He loves it. He begged for it. And I said, only if you take care of this with your life. And he did. I'm sure I could talk to Lambo. Lambo's a great guy. I'm sure he'll make me some more if I want. He just made me so much glass. I can never ask for more without paying him for it because he gave me so much of it for free. So I literally cannot even ask him for more glass. But yeah, he does great work. Go check out Lambo Glass, guys. I'll eventually get some more from it for sure. But I mean, I'm going to pay him for it because he gave me so much. I can't even ask him for anymore. He gave me that. I've got like glass pens. He just hooks it up too much. He's a great guy. So. I guess we could say it was a sponsor, though. I guess I could just say it's a sponsor. Yeah, yeah. I guess I honestly, I do promote him a lot. So maybe I'll say, hey, you want some more sponsorship? That's what. Yeah, we'll work on you, 10. We'll get you live there, buddy. He is a very generous guy. A very generous guy. And I always remind people that, like, I watch these people on YouTube, and they always lie. And it's like, I don't mind lying. I mean, these guys fucking a lot of my shit's given to me. I can't afford to buy a lot of this shit. We did buy most of Earl Jr.'s stuff. All right. Get your nails out, load your bowls, roll your turbines, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. But yeah, I met Lambo through beer glass. He made one of the domes for my beer glass, that green slime one, and I ended up trying to get another one. And then beer glass said it was Lambo who did it because I wanted a hand ground dome and joint. And then he made the hammer for me, the hand ground beer and joint. He fucking just fucking rocked. We all heard that one. It's always funny after I talk for a while. I always have to give it a delay for anybody to have a reaction. But yeah, beer glass rocks. But I mean, him and Lambo rocks. I don't know if they had a falling out or whatever. I think they used to be in the same like shop, and maybe they split shops or something like that. Yeah, I miss the slime. Yeah, it's funny being a streamer because you gotta I literally got a whole setup, and I have like as long as I stare at my MacBook, I can see the comments a little quicker than everybody else. So if you see me up here, I can see other comments, but I can almost count the delay at the MacBook. I load bullshit shots, ribbons, turn and vaporize, pour shots. In the I hate this one slow. Hold on. 15 people going live. YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Also got the Discord. Also got the buymeacoffee.com. Don't forget that.
Don't let the mood intrude. Nothing raised, like nude. No, it was here. here. Is the door closed, or is it a placebo, or is it my heartbeat on slow? I don't wanna go.
Outside, outside. Cheers, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. And thank God we got to see Will. He's my best online producer. Keep me in check. Dude, I've been having glitches off glitches. You should have seen me earlier. I had that preview issue happen. Everything went to preview, and I'm slowly dialing it in, guys. I guarantee. I only had this set up about 4 or 5 months now, so hopefully in a year or so, I'm gonna dial it in. Honestly, I got the Ecamm. Shido keeps saying I need to set my scenes up more, so and I gotta watch these YouTube videos and do it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the scenes. We're gonna figure it out. But I mean, honestly, I mean, what do I really need to do? Like, really, with the scenes? I mean, like, usually 9 times out of 10, say I want to do internet. Here's my cool little internet. Or if I want to go to Discord, I could do the Discord. Like, I mean, here's the shot after I walked out of El Torito. This is John Wayne Airport and the sunset. Beautiful evening. Yeah, what else? Colombian hooked me up with the food category. So we get some food and drinks. Selfies. Anyway. But yeah, check out the Discord, guys. I think we kinda got it going where we need. I mean, I don't know. I watch people on YouTube. I mean, we also got the chat. The other thing is I was working on is the chat. So right now we got it set up with Twitch and YouTube live. But I can add Twitch or Kick. Kick, see there's Will over here on Kick. So I think so now I got Will on Kick and YouTube. So Will's got double team. See, nobody's over here on Twitch. So here's what I can do. So now when people are over on Kick, I kind of see I got to set this up a little bit better, but I can just kind of squeeze out this. There we go. Bam. Now we got now Will's all over the place. All right, there we go. We got Will. This is too funny. Anyway. All right. Dab Marine time, guys. Hope you guys had a good one. We'll end on one more Dab Marine here with you. Kick looking good. Yeah, I know. You're keeping my kick good. My fucking Twitch is falling apart now, Will. Colombian's not here. I'm gonna have to get more moderators on Twitch. Jesus Christ. All right, cheese and rice. Anyway. Yeah, I had somebody on Twitch started acting all crazy today. I was like, damn it. Anyway. If it ain't one, it's the other. It can't be everywhere. What is it? You could be everywhere. Sometimes you can't be everywhere all at once. I don't know. It's all good. We'll get G over there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you'll have I'm gonna add an extra. I can add. I'm gonna add right in the middle. We're gonna have all three. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add an extra comment down here, right here. We can have all three. It'll be right here. Look at this, right here. Anyway, load your pulse for turn on your vaporous. Pour your beers, pour your shots. Yeah, I'm about to add. I'll totally add one more. We don't have. I only had enough in the two, and then I was like, well, if the chat actually, I might do that tomorrow. Actually, we're gonna have 3 chats. It's gonna be simpler. Then I don't have to keep going back and forth. All right, here we go, guys. Load your bolts, roll your turbines, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. Yeah, buddy. Will's here. Any questions? He'll answer them. Yeah, Mikey. Dude, I met Mikey before he went to work. I met Mikey when he got home from work. I meet Mikey when Mikey goes to bed. I meet Mikey when Mikey gets the head. Cheers, Mikey. All right, load your bowls, Roy Jones, Roy Buns, turn on your vaporizers, pour your ears, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. Cheers, Mikey. Cheers, Will. Cheers, everybody. I was just waiting for your ha-has. No, just kidding. I figured you heard me either way. All right. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Oh, so I got the yerba mates coming tomorrow also, guys. So I got a yerba mate is a bombilla. I'm gonna have to work on the words on it. So I got the bomba and then I got the yerba mate, and so we're gonna work on that tomorrow. So, and if I like it, I'll get a really expensive one. So this one's a super duper cheap one. So if it works really good, we'll get the more expensive ones. The more expensive ones are like 100, $200, but my birthday's coming up, so that'll be my like birthday gift. But this one's only like $20. It's really cheap, so we'll see. But if I like it, and Taylor was using it, and he said he loved it, so I'm excited. Here we go, guys. Cheers, Will. Cheers, Will. Cheers, Will. The idiot doesn't know there's other. He's the same person. There's a lot of Wills out there, guys. Will, Will, Will. Your birthday's the one I'm on my cruise? No shit. I know, exactly. And don't make me add more camera angles. All right, we can even really get everybody fucked up here. Will, 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 Will. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't want that angle. Boop, boop, boop. All right, guys. I got stuff to do, but I will be here early in the morning, guys. So I hope you guys are too. We got the yerba mate coming tomorrow, so we'll be doing some yerba mate dab marines tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And thank you, Will. Thank you, Mikey, and everybody coming on here, guys. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. It's Higher Standard 710. We're also on Kick, just Higher Standard. We also got the Discord. We also got the Buy Me a Coffee, and I appreciate all you guys. You guys all rock. Don't forget to like, guys. Peace out.